So no complaining. Yeah, I'm like hair-related cannot keep up with me. She's like looking on her phone. I hear all these TikTok. Yeah, exactly. TikTok. So you're going to Vegas? Yes. With who? Some friends. Oh, for fun. When? My coworker friend just got back. She went last week, and she said the only thing to do is eat and gamble, drink and gamble, because there's no shows or anything. Is it gonna be open? I don't know. But we're gonna go to a few basketball games. NCAA tournament. Okay. When the pool's open? I don't think so. I don't.
Welcome to Cheyenne High School, home of the Cheyenne Mustangs, for what's sure to be an awesome matchup tonight between two quality programs that are actually, or two teams that are actually in the same program here. My name is Aaron Knodel. Joining me tonight is Jackson Miller. Jackson, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So it's going to be a good night tonight here. We have a matchup that will pit the 9th grade B team against the 8th grade A team. They did play last week with the 9th grade B team coming out on top. But I did talk to Coach Herder, the coach for the A team, after the game, and his compliment to this 8th grade A team was that was the best team that they played all year, which says a lot because this crew has played C teams, they've played 9th grade A teams, and they've had some competition. So it says a lot about this young group and the program that we have here, doesn't Jackson?
Yeah. The 8th grade A team actually was only down, I think, by 7 points at halftime, I believe.
Yeah,
they gave them a good game.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see that tonight. Both teams have shooters. They have they move the ball really well. They're really well disciplined. So we're going to see, really what is going to be a really good basketball game because despite the fact that there is an age difference here, there's quality players on both squads. So excited to see what we have going here today. So. For the 9th grade A team, we have Bryson Hoffer jumping. Looks like we have, filling out the starters, we have Mike Safoy. It looks like we have number 14 is, here, why don't you rattle them off? These are your teammates, right?
Yeah, Devin Leonards, Mike Safoy, John Agau, Caleb Peterson, Bryson Hoffer are starting for the 9th grade team.
And that's pretty much who they've started most of the year. So,
all year.
So it'll be good to see, and I think that this is the same starting lineup that they had on the A team. So tip is won by the 9th grade or the 8th grade A team here. The Liberty squad, we'll call them Liberty and Cheyenne to try to make some clarifications. And this is their game, little dribble handoff.
He can shoot.
He can shoot. We saw that the last time. He hit some threes all the way through.
He hit like 4 or 5 last time.
That's Andrew Swenson that hit that first three. So it's over to Safoy. Dribble attack there, all the way down on the right-hand side, or all the way through the baseline there. Number 32 for the Mustangs. Now Liberty back with it. Same shot. This one goes glass. So Andrew Swenson, 2 possessions, 6 points. Not a bad start for Swenson. Here's Safoy with it now. Looks like he was fouled on his way to the rim. Oh. I am running a little bit of both, both the camera and the feed tonight. So I apologize if I make some mistakes here. So we'll have a main feed for most of the time here. So we have a baseline out of bounds, went over the hands of Safoy. As we get a couple of things squared away. So 6-2 is the score, 15:02. Stolen there by Safoy. He's looking to go coast to coast. He goes off glass and he connects. So now we're sitting at 6-4. Liberty up, ball up ahead to number 22. That's Thomas Oneman. But he's blocked. Safoy all the way back in transition. Kick out to Leonards. He takes a look for 3. Leonard's hits. So just like that, we had a quick answer from Cheyenne, and now it's 7-6. What are you noticing so far, Jackson?
Oh, well, the Liberty A team's breaking the press actually pretty well. So I think that's what actually kept them in it last time in the first half.
Did you see both teams liking a lot of pace as we see a 2-point bucket there for the Mustangs' 9-6 lead now. Both teams pushing pretty hard, but yeah, Liberty doing a real nice job of breaking down.
They're not panicking.
The trap, no, yep. That's ball gets all the way over to number 2, Brady Westfall, and then he hands it back off to Swenson. This is Caden Olson. You play with his brother, do you not? And up ahead for number 32, John Ango, and he puts one in. So now it's an 11-6 lead for Cheyenne. Ball stolen there and back into the hands of Hoffer. Goes up to Safoy. His layup falls short. And a run out here is Brady Westfall. He's also a good shooter, so both of these little guards for Liberty definitely can stroke the 3. Olson now over to number 5. That's Sullivan Irie. He had a really good game the other night. Good player. Looking down low, nothing there. Swinging around the perimeter. There's Irie, I think, and he connects. So now a 9-11 game. This is what we expected, wasn't it, Jackson?
Yeah.
A lot of back and forth, a lot of points.
Be a lot of points.
So there's 13-9 as Safoy answers. Swenson looks to the side. I think that ball may have been tipped, and they're going to say it was, and so it's going to stay with Liberty. Swenson to set it up. Into the high post there. Run a little bit of a cross action. Good baseline drive there by Irie, but that one falls short. Sullivan fought for his own rebound, and it ends up back into his teammate's hand, number 22, Oneman. Baseline out of bounds here. 13-9 is the score, 12:21 to go in the first half. That 3-point bucket is not connected, but good offensive rebound there for Sullivan Irie, and now we have a 13-11 basketball game. And they're going to say a foul on the ground there. So we're going to have a baseline out of bounds for the Mustangs from the high school side. But they're both Mustangs, right?
Yeah.
John Angu for 3. He's a heck of a shooter. We've seen him get hot, haven't we?
Yeah. He likes to, he's got a quick release.
Quick release. He feels comfortable shooting from almost anywhere. And
even when you're right on him, though, it seems like he gets it off.
That's what the kids always tell me. John's good at the mouthpiece, they said. He'll throw it right in your face. Good transition attack there. Not Noah Olson. This is the other Olson variety, Caden Olson. Ends up with Brady Westfall, the lefty on this squad, throwing it up on the left side. Now we have a 13-13 basketball game. Kick into the corner. That shot falls short. Sullivan back with it. So after a push there by the 9th grade squad, Sullivan coming right back into this. Swing pass over into the corner, good like baseline drive. And I think they're going to call number 21, Bryson Hoffer, on a foul. So that, I believe, is the second team foul, first personal foul on Hoffer. That gets Olson to the free throw line. He connects, and so Liberty takes the lead again. What do you think about this pace so far, Jackson?
Oh, wow. This Liberty A team, you were right. I think they are the B team's best competition here all year, honestly. And I think it's good for the B team to get some competition like this because they pretty much, roll through everyone. I mean, they're such a talented team. I think it's good to get this competition because
and from what I've heard, the A squad for the 8th grade has been doing the same thing. So this may be, for these two teams, the best matchup they have all year. So you're right, the 9th grade B team is undefeated, just like you were. There's Angu for 3, and he's able to connect. So now the score sits at 16-15. 9th grade B team up. Westfall with it, and he'll pull. Ivory with the rebound. Loose ball, knocked out of bounds. Stays with Liberty. Both teams are kind of wrapping up their season here, so this is definitely one of those ones that they want to end with. You always want to end with a victory, feel good about the off season, right?
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool though for the A team as well. They get to play the 9th graders. We never got to do that when we were in middle school. So
now 17-16, good out of bounds play there. There's a kick out. David Kanega connects. He's been shooting really well lately. These last few games, he's gotten
a lot more confidence.
He has, and sometimes that's all you need as a shooter, is just feeling good about getting that stroke to go down. So Angu with it now, good spin move on the baseline, and he's able to connect. So now we have, and I think they're going to have to make a score correction. I believe they gave the wrong points here, and we'll get it all corrected and make sure that they get it corrected here. I'm not sure if they have it right or I have it right, but I think they're going to have to talk it over at the scorer's table. They have 19-17. You think that's right?
I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention.
I guess maybe that we'll just stick with it. I thought there was a 21. I thought maybe they missed a bucket in there after the David Kanega three-pointer, but I'll have to look back on the tape. I'm doing too much over here, Jackson. Liberty swings the basketball around, looks to the interior. A couple of substitutions in for the Mustangs 9th grade team. I see Grant Knodel has made it into the basketball game. That ball stolen there by number 13, Zach Neal. And his brother, of course, Mike, plays for the varsity squad. So 19-17, 9B team up over Liberty right now. That's Kanega again for a 3. That one falls a little bit off the front iron. Liberty comes down with the rebound, so. Setting us up here is Andrew Swenson again. There's Irie working on Bryson Hoffer. He pulls the 3. Good shot there, but it falls a little bit short. And little man Brady Westfall finds the rebound. Sometimes, Jackson, you just got to be in the right spot at the right time, right?
You know, sometimes it's not about your height. It's just about, you know, your will to get the basketball.
That's right. And you know, Westfall's a tough little kid down there. He does a nice job fighting for those positions. So looks like we got number 4 Peterson back in, replacing Safoy. Ball ends up at the top for Irie. For the 8th grade squad, Owen Seavold is down in the post. He's a big man, hard to push around. You know, for an 8th grade group, I'm not sure if they have a significant size disadvantage.
No, not at all.
And just like that, Grant Knodel kind of wins in the interior there. There's KP with the basketball, Caleb Peterson, and they're going to call Kanega for a walk. So 19-17 is the score, 8:41 to go in the first half. Certainly a tight battle between these two teams. It was fast and furious right away, a lot of points right away, Jackson, but since then the offenses have slowed down a little bit. Defenses have settled in, haven't they?
Yeah.
Looks like man-to-man defense here. The 9th grade B squad has pulled away from their the trap that they were working in the first half, or the first few minutes of the game, I guess. John Angu with it now. Got a little bit of noise coming from the fans in the crowd as Angu goes baseline, and rebound there. Put back, I think, Grant Knodel. Grant Knodel now with a couple of offensive rebounds down low off of Mustang misses. And that steal gets David Kanega a look from about 2 feet. And as he brought the ball back to his right hand, he was fouled. So he'll get to the free throw line. And so we'll get a couple of free throws here. As he's able to connect on the first. So 22-17, I believe, is the score now. 8:04 to play. Conejo will get his second shot. And he connects. So now score sits at 23-17, 8 minutes to go. Certainly Liberty's got to feel good about the way they've moved the ball on the Mustangs, and we see it right there.
That was a good look.
A couple of quick passes in transition. Conejo goes all the way to the rim, but left hand falls short. Comes down a little bit awkwardly, but is able to get back up. Here's Olson with it now. He finds Owen Seavold as a cutter, but that ball's knocked out of bounds. Substitution in for the Mustangs is number 5, Christian Knodel. Ball goes up top to Niel and into Brady Westfall into the corner. They've run that. Every team in the planet runs that one, don't they? Where they get that little corner look off the inbounds. And now we got a three-point look by Sullivan Irie at the top off the offensive rebound.
It was actually a long two. He stepped it.
He stepped on the line, so they gave him 2. That shot there by.
He took a dribble and stepped inside.
Those are the worst shots in the league, right? You step
Yeah.
on the line. Those are the ones that sting a little bit. You always feel like, oh man, how did I do that? So, turnover there by the 9th grade squad. I think they're going to say a foul was called on a third personal foul on number 3. Nope, this one's going to go on number 4. So that's Caleb Peterson, his first. So this is Leeson being guarded by Christian Knodel here at the top. Now it's switched over. Leeson with the basketball. His pass to Irie tipped out of bounds. So it's going to go over to the 9th grade squad. 7 minutes to play here in the first half. 4-point advantage for the Mustangs. Christian Knodel to bring it up now. Looks like the Mustangs will do a little dribble handoff. This gets over to Caleb Peterson and then to Leonards, who shoots one off the ceiling. And he drops it.
Wow.
That was a good-looking shot there. And with that, I think we're up to a 7-point advantage here for the 9th grade squad, and that's going to lead us to our first timeout of the game. So with that, we'll take a timeout as well. Score right now leads for the 9th grade squad. And we'll be back in just a second.
At Marvin, we make windows and doors inspired by how you live, so you're inspired to live well. We're driven by the momentum of 4 generations of innovation and excellence to imagine and create better ways of living. Here in the FM area, we're excited to be hosting hiring events this spring, including walk-in interviews at our Fargo and West Fargo facilities. Check out our events online and stop in to meet with our HR team to discuss open positions.
So back to live action here. Oh. Apologies, I do have the score backwards on the scoreboard. I better make that change here. I'm glad. Hey, Dane Miller, we appreciate you. I didn't see that I put the home team on the wrong side here. I got too much going on here. So you're right, I got the wrong score on the wrong side. We'll make that correction here quick. I got too much going on, Jackson. I don't know.
It's so much easier when you got.
You know, when I got students doing this, and
yes,
it's
you don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, you know, I guess I have a lot to learn here. There we go. I got it right now on the scoreboard.
Devin Leonard's just connected on a layup.
So now we're sitting 28-19 is the score, and I do have the right team with the right score.
All right.
Now we can sit back and relax a little bit, Jackson. I got it in here right. So 28-19 is the score. 5:49 to go in this first half. Baseline out of bounds for Liberty is going to be Westfall. He throws it up top. It's going to get Irie for a three. His shot sails long. Offensive rebound. Leeson with the pass fake. Back over to Irie. Leeson gets a look for three, and his shot connects. Nice shot there by Leeson. So 22-28 is the score. Knodel over to Knodel, the little one into the big. Leonard's with it now. He looks into the inside. Caleb Peterson with it. Dribble handoff over to Safoy. Safoy with a step back. He crashes. A little shot fake by Knodel.
Ooh.
A nice shot for
Nice
Christian
move.
Knodel. Nice move there.
Oh, wait.
Did they do it the wrong way again?
It's 30-22.
So we're not the only ones struggling right now. So I think when you have two teams both from the same
Yeah.
school, it gets you a little flustered here. Which team's the home team? So 30-22 is the score right now off the Christian Knodel free throw line jumper. And then we're going to have a substitution for the Mustangs is number 23. Men's coming in. He's going to replace Grant Knodel. Men's with the basketball now, and there's your same corner play that Sullivan ran just a little bit ago. A little jab fake there by,
Good ball movement.
yeah, about 5 or 6 passes without a shot. Knodel drives.
Oh, my.
A lot of good passing here. That gets Men's. He decides not to go with it. Mustangs still looking to find what they want. Good pass
There
into
we
the
go.
interior.
Oh.
That gets into Men's, but he misses his layup. Hey, you got to feel good, though,
Yeah,
for
that
the
was-
Mustangs. They had a lot of opportunities there, shared the basketball multiple times. And
It's hard to guard the offense when you move the ball. When the
that
offense
is,
moves the ball.
and that's one of those ones at the end of the game that has an impact because you've made that defense work a lengthy possession.
It's just like it's more smooth to watch too.
It sure is. So a couple substitutions in for the Mustangs here. Replacing Leonard's Christian Knodel and Caleb Peterson, we have number 1, David Kanega, number 32, John Ango, and number 23, Bryson Hoffer.
Ooh.
Nice shot there. That gets Liberty within 6 here in the first half, 3:40 to play. And that shot doesn't catch iron, so it's going to go back to Liberty here with 3.5 to play. Liberty's right in this basketball game. Caleb Peterson in for David Kanega.
9th grade squad hasn't really pulled away yet.
No, and I noticed this the last time, obviously the 9th grade squad ended up with a pretty healthy victory in that game, but they hit
Yeah.
and made a lot of jumpers and three-pointers. But this 8th grade squad never for even a moment looked rattled, and you see a great find there from Irie
Ottoman puts it in.
into Onaman, yeah, and at no point, and that looks like a travel call there by Safoy. Good defense, kind of made Safoy rethink it, and that was my take the last time. This team, they got beat, but their poise was still pretty good,
Yeah.
Jackson.
I wonder how the second half's going to go.
Yeah, and if you already lost the first game, you have kind of nothing as we have
Yep.
another great
Here we
dish
go.
to Onaman here, and now we have 28-30, 2-point advantage is all. But certainly all the pressure is going to be on the 9th grade squad
Yeah.
in
The
the
8th
second
grade
half.
squad was right there in the first half last time.
And I think with that, we're going to take a timeout here. I think that one was used by the 9th grade squad. So we'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll join you back in 30 seconds.
I want to perform so I can teach my friends how to play the guitar.
I want to play this year so we can improve as a team and get some more of these.
I want to learn so I can expand my career opportunities.
I want to represent to enrich the world around me.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Welcome back to Cheyenne High School as we return to live action here. 9th grade team with the basketball. Angu with it. He's going to pull for three. His shot goes off back iron. And like I said, you know, this 9th grade A squad or 9th grade B squad, they're a three-point shooting team. And when you're a three-point shooting team, sometimes you live or die with that three-pointer.
Yeah.
So that's the 7th team foul now on the freshman, and that's going to get the Liberty squad into the bonus here. So they're going to be shooting free throws for the last 2:35 of this half. This one's Oneman at the free throw line. He's able to connect on his first, and now we just have a 1-point difference.
Tie
And
game.
Now we have a tie basketball game. So there
8-0
you go.
8-0 run by the 8th grade squad right now.
Mustangs looking to work it on the perimeter here. Angu with a drive and a kick out, but in the process he traveled again. So that's about the 3rd or 4th travel call, I think, on the 9th graders here. Liberty's done a great job defensive position, really putting the Mustangs in kind of a position to you know, maybe be a little too late with the basketball, moving it around. Olsen now. Ooh. His lob pass sails over the top.
I think this is good for the 9th grade squad, though, to handle, honestly. Let's see if they can have the poise to, you know, not panic.
Well, and that's the one thing. You never know when you win by a lot of blowouts, what's it going to look like when the game gets a little bit tight. It's not as quite easy to shoot when you're in a tie game as it is when you're up 20, but Savoy says it's still easy for me. He makes a three there. So now the Mustangs up 3, or Cheyenne up 3 over Liberty right now. Savoy does a nice job of not traveling there as Angu is closing in on him. Oneman with the spin move, goes to his left.
That's a nice move.
Nice move, and fighting for the rebound there, and I think they're going to say that ends up in a jump basketball. Jump basketball before the timeout comes. Looked like Liberty was trying to call a timeout, but wasn't able to get it off in time. So I think everybody said no possession had been acquired yet to get that timeout. So 33-30. Now we got a minute and a half to play in this first half. Savoy going to be setting it up with a 3-point lead here for the high school side. Caleb Peterson kicks it over. That's men's now. He finds Bryson Hoffer with a nice little shot fake and floater, but his shot goes through the iron. Brady Westfall with it. He's going to bring it back. And that's Irie for 3, and he connects. So just like that.
Oh, boy.
They're not even going to blink.
Oh.
And the Mustangs get a little flustered on just the basic inbound after the make.
Stepped over the line.
Stepped over the line, and so it's going to go right back to Liberty. Off and out of bounds here. That's Irie with it, who just made the three-pointer. Swing pass.
The 8th grade squad just looks really calm right now. They're just playing with just fluency.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, you've seen these guys play a lot of AAU and travel tournaments. This is a great basketball team that's played a lot of basketball games.
They're just letting the game come to them.
Hoffer with it now. Over to Angu. Still tie game. Angu pulls that quick trigger, and he connects. So that's what he does. You got to get up in his grill. You give him a little bit of space, and he'll make you pay for it. Men's looking to steal that basketball, tips it out of bounds. So 30 seconds to go in this first half here. Swenson with the basketball up the top. Pick and roll with Oneman. He goes over to Irie. Caleb Peterson looks to steal that basketball. Probably goes with the wrong hand there. Might have had the steal if he would have gone with his left, but he goes with the weak side hand and not able to get that basketball poked out of Swenson's hand. So over to Irie now at 15 seconds. Swings it around to Swenson. He goes baseline. Nothing there. Kick out. Oneman. Good drive there. And they're going to say foul on the ground, but that's going to get Oneman to the free throw line.
Bonus.
He's going to be shooting a bonus with 8.8 left. And that's going to be the second personal foul on number 14 for, I'm not sure who number 14 is. I think they meant 13? Safoy? I believe that's Safoy's second personal. I think the books got, or the table's got it wrong there, but Oneman able to connect on the first. So now an opportunity to tie or put this game within one.
See what the ninth grade squad does here.
So now we just have a few seconds to play. 2, and that's Angu, and he misses that one. So, hey man, we thought we were going to have a good one, but Liberty's bringing it tonight here. 36-35 is what we got going into the halftime score here. So Liberty right in it. Ninth grade B team holding on to their undefeated season. We got one half to go. So we'll take a halftime break. Hopefully you guys will join us in about 10 minutes.
What I love working about Marvin is I'm always given an opportunity to learn new things. There's never really a dull moment.
When my buddies from out of town ask me where I work, I love to share it. There's always opportunities. You can always move up.
Come in here willing to learn, and if you're willing to do that, you can go anywhere.
The people here is what makes the workplace enjoyable. It's a great place to work.
They have a great benefit package, and as I've been here even for a few years, I've seen that package being adjusted and tailored to try to meet our needs better.
Your experience coming in, our experience that we have here, makes a great combination that we invite.
That generation that helped build this company to what it is today is now getting to retirement age, and we're now to that point in the company where a newer generation of workforce is stepping up to the plate. We're finding our own adventure. I think that's exciting. It is an exciting time to be a part of Marvin.
like to say? I'm just gonna drop every curse word I know.
Why do you always walk in front of my camera?
Yeah, I have to. I'm gonna bring a sign with my Instagram tag and hold it up.
Dude, Instagram and Snapchat. So all the moms will add you.
Yes, sir.
Up arrow, up arrow, up arrow.
I'm gonna put this up in front of it.
Yep. Up arrow, up arrow. My Snapchat. I always kind of just watch. Oh yeah, which one? That's good. Dude, that one on the team. I give away 60,000.
Aiden's jealous.
Probably. How do you actually 170? Yeah, I'm saying it. That's crazy. I like weighed myself. I was like, see a 170. What? What did you weigh last year?
So where's the scoreboard at?
So, returning to live action here. Liberty with the basketball. Into the high post. That's Oneman. Fakes a handoff there and then goes over to Irie, who has a little elbow jumper, rattles off the rim. Oneman with the board, and he puts it back in, and just like that, now Liberty's up. They got the lead going into this second half after the first possession. Safoy over to Bryson Hoffer, and he connects. So now 39-37 is the score. So Liberty didn't have the lead long there, Jackson. Hoffer is a great shooter from the perimeter.
Yeah.
Great touch. But so is Westfall. His shot ends up off front iron.
I like this back and forth action, though. It's fun to watch.
There's
Yeah.
little handoff pass there from Safoy to Hoffer, and Hoffer's able to connect. So now a 4-point advantage after, we took two breaths, and Liberty took that lead for the first time, and since the early moments.
Really, no team has pulled away, though.
No. As we see yet another three from Swenson. That's his third of the basketball game already, and that's probably, he had 3 or 4 the first time these guys played. Safoy to kick out. That's Linnertz. He jab steps and gets into the lane. His little floater falls short, and Safoy comes down with the basketball. He's going to reset. John Angu with it in the corner. He looks into Linnertz. Linnertz pivot, and kick out.
Nice
Hoffer
kick
for
out.
3. His shot falls short, but Caleb Peterson with the rebound, and he puts it right back up and in. That's what ball movement does sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You get that ball moving around a little bit.
Opens up the lane.
Opens up the lane, opens up cutters to the offensive glass, and so Bryson Hoffer's short looking three-pointer ends up in a bucket just because of the movement. As we see, I think that was Westfall that was able to get through on a back cut. So now it's 43-42. Hoffer with a look here, top of the key, Peterson. He kicks it out to Safoy. Safoy sets it back up with Linnertz. Screen and roll. Nothing there. Safoy sets it back up. Good defensive sequence here for Liberty. Angu at the top, posting up at the high post, but nothing there. And that's another look there by Bryson Hoffer. And great rotation on that shot, and now it's a 4-point advantage again for the Mustangs. So a lot of back and forth already. 13:20 to go in this second half. Lob pass into Oneman. He misses the first attempt, but as Hoffer went through to challenge that shot, there was nobody there to replace for the rebound, and Oneman makes the bucket. Safoy for 3 now. His shot goes off iron, and offensive rebound. A defensive rebound to Brady Westfall. Olsen with it. He swings it. Westfall now to Irie. And nobody in the corner there. He was looking for Swenson, but looked like Swenson kind of faked that back cut for a second, and he thought he was going to kick it back out. And Grant Knodel into the game for the Mustangs. And John Angu will bring it up. 2-point advantage here for Cheyenne over Liberty. Screen and roll there with Grant Knodel, and saved by Peterson, but when he threw it off the legs of Knodel, it went out of bounds. So looks like Mustangs will try to trap a little bit here. They're going to go back and forth here and then into the center for Oneman. He'll set it back up with Irie. Nothing in their trap that's looking like Sullivan's.
I think the 8th grade squad prepared for their trap, so I think that's why they were breaking it pretty easily.
And it does look like coaches have recognized that. They're not pushing a lot of that same trap that was giving them problems last time. Linnertz with the basketball. Good back cut. Linnertz there, and a finish off the glass. Nice move there by Devin Linnertz. Good find by Grant Knodel here. 48-44 is the score. 4-point advantage. Angu defending on Irie at the top. Kick out to Oneman. Grant Knodel on him. Irie with the left-handed drive. He brings it back to his right. That would have been a really tough shot here, rotating through his body to get that back into the hoop. But defensive rebound goes to Angu, and he'll bring it up the left-hand side. Pick and roll here, looks like, for Bryson Hoffert. Linnertz with it now with the elbow. His shot does not go down, but rebound John Angu, and he does connect. So 50-44 is the score now. Mustangs pull back. Now sit up in a man-to-man half court. Westfall looking back into the center. He finds Irie. Over to good couple swing passes. That gets Olsen into the corner. His shot goes long. Hoffer with the rebound. Angu with a Brett Favre looking pass over to Linnertz. Linnertz's shot goes off back iron, and Caleb Peterson comes back down with it. Into Linnertz, but stolen away. Got a run out and a finish. That's Niel. Zach Niel with the finish there. Wonder if Zach's going to get as big as his brother Mike. Put down those special dunks like Mike does in the varsity and JV games. Good there. Good find into Linnertz, but he fades to his left. And that turnover there on a foul. So we're sitting 50-46, 10 minutes to play. I think that was the first team foul by either team in this half. So we've gone 8 minutes, Jackson, and that's the first foul in a game that's going this fast. That's pretty unusual.
Wow. Yeah, we're 6 minutes into the second half already.
And we said that after the first half. That one was quick.
Yeah.
This is number 23, Seavold.
Clean basketball.
And there he is, gets the ball right back, uses his left, but he misses. Grant Knodel, I think he's tripped as he's trying to look up ahead to get that ball out to Linnertz, who had a run-out opportunity. Mustangs look to kind of push here with some long passes off of the transition here. With a 4-point advantage, we'll see if Liberty is they're still right in this basketball game if they're able to get a couple of stops here. And that gets a wide open look there for David Kanega. Good find by Angu. Little trap. Niel with the basketball. Good little spin through the lane there. Or crossover, I mean. But he can't connect, and now we got Bryson Hoffert with the basketball. David Kanega for three. His shot goes off the iron. Fight for the rebound. And that ends up with the big man for Liberty, Seavold, just ripping the basketball out of everybody else's hand. He says, I'll take that. Good swing pass over into the corner, and that's Brady Westfall. That's what he does. Yeah. That extra pass, man. You got to love teams that make that extra pass. Now 49-52, 3-point advantage for. Quick shot there, but that's the shot that generally John Angu hits. And Grant Knodel with a little bit of a push into the back, trying to get that offensive rebound. They call him for a push.
You got to know where John's at on the floor at all times.
You give him a little bit of space, and he'll pull that trigger, even in a transition. So Liberty got away with one there, not finding Angu on the transition, but 52-49, 8:40 to go as Liberty moves it all the way down.
Nice ball
Nice
movement.
little movement there. That's a great
That's
spin
what's
move by
kept them
Owen.
in this game.
Owen Seavald gets that left-handed spin there and able to finish off the glass after he cleared space with his body. Caleb Peterson answers here with a long two, 54-51 now. 3-point advantage, and you know, for as much as back and forth, we did say all the pressure is probably on the 9th grade squad. They haven't shown a lot of you know, panic or anything in what they're doing.
Just playing basketball. It's a good
Playing
game.
basketball, yep. Caleb Peterson for 3, and he connects. So Peterson definitely one of those kids that doesn't look rattled after he hits back-to-back shots.
Leads back up to 6.
Seems like every time
Yeah.
the 9th graders have gotten to about this point, though, that Liberty has answered with a couple of shots on their own. Leeson with it now, over to Westfall. Westfall from deep, and he connects. Back and forth we go, Jackson.
That's what makes this game so great.
And that's David Kanega. Yeah, I talk to these Mustang coaches all the time, and Herder in particular. You know, Herder's he just moved here. He was coaching girls basketball in Hankinson, I believe, and he comes up here. He says, "Man, the level of talent that there is at every age group for this Mustang program is just impressive, and tonight shows it." As we hear some fans rattling the bleachers a little bit. Good hustle rebound. Good hustle rebound there from Grant Knodel, but couldn't hold on to the basketball. It ends up off his leg out of bounds. So now here we are, 3-point game. Every time the Mustangs from Cheyenne took that lead, as we steal a steal and a run out from David Kanega. Liberty a little loose with the basketball at the top of the key. Kanega made them pay, so now 5-point advantage. And this is about what, you know, Liberty finds a way to crawl back in, tighten it up. And there's Irie down low, blocked by Knodel. Good block there, but his turnover back to Leeson gets back into Irie, and he almost gets the end one opportunity. Great block there by Grant Knodel, but unfortunately his outlet pass got a little soft as he put it into one hand, and Liberty made him pay, and Irie comes right back, and he'll be at the free throw line when we come back. So with that, we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back in just a second.
Quick timeout.
Quick timeout. So I guess they want a quick basketball game. 6:42 to go. Irie at the free throw line here. First one rattles around, catches a little iron, and spits it back out. 59-44 is the score. 5-point advantage. 6:42 to go in the second half here. Both teams really not in any sort of substantial foul situations. Rebound there to Peterson. The freshmen have 3 fouls. The 8th graders only have 2 fouls as Safoy tries to use his body to clear space. And again, a hustle rebound there from Grant Knodel. And Grant's able to have the ball long enough that he's fouled. And we have a couple of substitutions in for the Mustangs. 23, Bryson Hoffer. 32, John Angu back into the basketball game. Safoy on the baseline here. Getting the inbound. Mustangs screen up. Look for Leonard, but that ball sails right through his hands. Swenson with it now. Over to Leeson. And that's another deep three and another connection from Brady Westfall. He's feeling it. I think that's 3. He hasn't even put his hand down yet. He is feeling so good about that one. So that's 3 consecutive threes, I think, that he has hit. I don't think he's missed one here in the second half. And there they are, right back in it. I said they get the freshmen get that lead, and 8th graders crawl, and they had the lead for.
Yeah, that wasn't the case in the last game. I mean, it was close in the first half, but the 9th grade squad was able to pull away.
And they hit a lot more threes and were able to force those turnovers in the trap, and they seem a lot more prepared this time around, at least with the pressure. Ango clears with his body. Safoy's pass didn't land in the interior the way they wanted it to. Now we have pick and roll up top with Safoy. Kick out for Leonards. He takes a look for 3. His shot goes off iron. Knodel with the rebound, and he's going to get to the free throw line. So looked like the Mustangs there on that possession weren't. Safoy wasn't sure what they were running, or maybe the wing guys weren't getting where they were supposed to be. Nothing really kind of worked out. Knodel comes over for a pick and roll. He ends up slipping all the way to the bottom, and by the time Leonards got that kick out, Knodel was kind of left alone at the.
I like his hustle, just his will to get the ball.
He's a kid with a motor, that's for sure. Knodel's second free throw, he does connect on that one, so now a 3-point advantage. 1 possession game here still, and the way Liberty's been shooting, this trip may end up with a tie basketball game here. Olsen with it at the top, Oneman at the high post, over to Leeson, and then back to Westfall. They better find some ways to stop Swenson and Westfall from finding space on the exterior, because as we see a great little left-handed move from Oneman.
Just great composure.
Safoy with it at the top now into Angu. He's going to get a shot off, and his shot goes off the iron. So good defense, but a steal there by Leonards. That one hurts a little bit for Liberty after they caused the missed shot by Angu. And now we're at a 3-point game with just under 5 to play. Olsen looks over to Leeson, but retreats on that. And now it's going to get back over to Westfall. Liberty spaces back out over to Olsen. Back to Westfall, and I think
timeout.
I think they're going to take a full timeout on that one. That's Coach TJ Ash says we want to talk that one over. Nothing really kind of materializing. So with that, we're going to take a quick timeout as well. So back live here after the timeout. Liberty talking things over. Hopefully they got something figured out here offensively. They didn't like what the movement was bringing to them last time. This gets Irie and a kick out to Swenson. He takes a pull. His shot ends up short, but Oneman with the rebound. Irie at the wing now. He swings it over to Olsen. Almost stolen there by Leonards. Swenson with it again. Jab steps. He goes baseline. And that's going to get an Olsen look. Another offensive rebound. This one was Irie on the hustle.
He's got a motor too.
He does. And actually, you know, the guys that we have in the basketball game, part of the reason this game is so fast right now is both of these squads are playing with kids that are
high pace
kids. Not a lot of walk the ball up. That's the way I play now, Jackson. I don't like to push like you young pups. Drop pass to Irie, and he's going to get an N1 after a little scoop play. Good bounce pass. It was kind of an odd-looking bounce pass there.
Yeah.
He kind of threw it hard off the ground, but it lands right in Irie's bread basket, and he throws it off his left-hand glass and right in the hoop, man. And here we go. Here we go. Under 4 minutes.
See if that can give them some momentum.
He knocks this one in. The confidence has just got to be real high for Liberty right now. 62-62. And there you go. Conversations on the sideline. You see body language. Cheyenne with, 62-62 tie basketball game, but they don't look like they're tied right now. We're going to take a break. So 3:51 to go. You practice all year long, Jackson, for this because tight basketball game.
Yeah.
This is exactly what you want. Can you be the team
Yep.
that is cleaner, stronger, better down the stretch as we have a dribble handoff for John. Angu, he misses. Out to Leonard's.
The ninth
floater.
grade squad has never had, those close games down the stretch.
They have not.
So it'll be interesting to see how they handle it.
So here we go. Now 3.5 to go. Liberty with the chance to take the lead.
They got the lead.
And they do. So now Liberty with a 2-point advantage, 3-point look, and wow. Devin Leonard, and he looks back at Brady Westfall. I'm not sure if Brady said something on his way as he flew through, but Leonard's had an answer for him there, and he took the lead right back. And then Irie with it now.
What a game.
This is a great game. Back and forth. I thought Liberty came back and with the momentum, and now Cheyenne's got some momentum here.
It's been close all game.
Back and I don't know if the lead has ever extended beyond 6 for the Mustangs, and I don't know if other than early, I don't know.
The ninth grade squad had an 8-point lead earlier in the
Did it
first
get up
half.
to 8?
Yeah, it was like 30-22. But other than that, it's been
Good
close.
find there by Irie, and then the lead goes right back to Liberty, and so we sit with 2:20 to go. So I did confirm this. You asked during the timeout. Other than the last time these two played and the 8th grade squad lost to the 9th grade squad, the 8th grade squad has not lost any other game all year. So that was 2 undefeated teams last time, and right now we're sitting at the 1-loss team is got a 1-point advantage over the undefeated team. So
We'll see
Cheyenne
if the
basketball,
8th
baby.
grade squad can be the first defeat for the 9th grade squad here.
That could be interesting. So that travel call by Caleb Peterson, 2:05 to play. Both teams with 5 team fouls. So at some point, maybe here in the last 2 minutes, if they're down, are we going to put somebody at the free throw line to shoot a bonus? Westfall, another deep one, and he hits again. The kid is feeling it. That's his 4th of the half.
He's hitting a lot of those from
4-point
deep.
advantage, and it's Caleb Peterson with it now, and he connects and answer right back. So 1:40 to go, Jackson. This is great, man. It ain't March Madness felt like March outside today, but the inside the gym this kind of feels that March
right
Madness
around the
feel.
corner.
It is. Pass into the corner to Westfall. Now it's back to Irie. He works baseline. And that pass is stolen, so up ahead. Stolen again, but it's going to be back in the hands of Peterson. Fortunate there for the Mustangs. Minute 15 left. Peterson to the rim. He misses off glass. Defensive rebound, and now with a minute 8 to play, What's the situation for Liberty? How are they going to hold this lead? Steele up ahead to Safoy, and they Mustangs get the lead back. So now it goes right back to Cheyenne, 70-69.
8th grade squad's got to take care of the ball here.
A little bit of pressure. Mustangs do have one foul to give. Probably don't want to give it on a shot here. 40 seconds to play here.
They're going to run some clock here, I think.
Irie with it over to Olson. Oneman is going to work the pick. And that's stolen. So Safoy with it now. And he's going to bring it up. He pushes there. And a good foul there by Oneman with 22 seconds to go. That was their foul to give. That's their 6th team foul here. Great basketball game. Spectacular basketball game. And with that, whew, we need a breather, Jackson. We'll take a timeout with these guys, and we'll come back after the break.
$22 seconds.
22 seconds to go. After Herter's timeout, I think they're going to come back in and see if there's going to be a foul call. They did do a pretty nice job of trying to get it back to Leonard's there. He would have had a run-out layup that would have given him a 3-point advantage. But Angu's going to get to the free throw line. Good quick foul there by Liberty. I think that's the position you got to put yourself in, extend this basketball game. You know, even if Ango is able to make both free throws, you're still at a one-possession game. You don't want him to run off 10, 15 seconds and then not have your opportunity. So Ango, clutch, and he hits his first. So now we're sitting at a 71-69 game. 2-point advantage. Ango looking like he's breathing calm, and he hits them both. Clutch free throws there. And we're going to go timeout. And that's going to be the 8th grader timeout. And I believe they still have 2 timeouts left. So we'll see what they do with 20 seconds to go. We'll take a timeout as well. All right, so Jackson and I have drawn up a few plays in our head, how we try to generate this three-pointer here. Obviously, I mean, you do have the option. It's probably not what they're going to do to just go all the way to the rim, and that's clearly not what they're going to do here with Irie coming up. You do have they did have the option to see if they could go right away to the rim and extend the basketball game, call timeout, and see if you can get a foul. But Olson over and now into the corner. They still got a little bit of time. 5 seconds remaining. This gets Irie open.
Good look.
And
I called it.
And just like that, we're going to find an overtime game. It's that extra swing pass, always finding a way. So there we go. So, God, what a spectacular game we got here. So 72-72 is the score, and we're going to go to overtime. So
I called it.
I'm not. You did. You did. You said they've been hitting from that 3-point line, and Irie's one of those guys that can find it. So yeah, the ball swings around and right into the hands of.
That was a heck of a shot.
You know,
contested too.
And contested. They were closing, but you know, if the one thing, if the ninth grade squad looks back and they don't win this basketball game, they're going to recognize that sometimes at the end of the game, you stare at the ball a lot. They lost kind of sight of their guy over there on that swing pass, and there was enough time with 5 seconds left to get that over to him. He connects, and 4 minutes is what we're playing in this overtime matchup here.
4 minutes? I thought it was 5.
I guess they're writing their own rules for this one.
More basketball.
More basketball. So 4 minutes to go. 72-72 is the score.
If I'm the 8th grade squad, I got all the confidence in the world.
Oh,
right
you
now.
have to feel good about that. As Angu, I don't know how he found that one to get in, but falling backwards, throwing that one off iron, off glass, it goes in. You know, I will say this. You get that first bucket to go through in overtime. That really does kind of help you feel good. Deep 2 there for Westfall, and for the first time all half,
I'm not used to seeing
I think
him do that.
that's the first time he still hasn't hit iron, I don't think, all half, but the other ones went through the rim. So 72-74. Cheyenne up 2 over Liberty. Little pick and roll. Savoy gets down into Hofer. Hofer with an N1. And so the answer in this part of the overtime for sure has gone to the high school side. Hofer with an N1 opportunity. He puts this one in. 5-point advantage is about as big as we've seen in the second half here, as we had a lot of back and forth. So it's Hofer at the free throw line. His shot rattles around the rim, so a 4-point lead, 3:15 to go. You're just smiling over here, Jackson. You're loving this. As a steal with Peterson. And he gets it out and up, but the left-handed finish goes off glass.
Got to get back.
And now we have an open look there for Westfall for a second and into Olsen. Good patience there, but that's Irie right where he hit from before. And he does it again. So
it's been clutch all game.
A 4-point advantage, and they find a way again. Good defense there on Savoy's drive, and here Liberty has a chance to take the lead here. 2:40 to go. Oneman, and he gets the N1. It is a game of swings back and forth, so Oneman with the Liberty lead here, 77-76. Substitution in for Linnertz. That's his 5th foul. That one does sting a little bit, as obviously Devin is one of those guys.
Key 3-point shooters.
He does a little bit of everything for the 9th grade squad there. So Oneman at the free throw line. This will be big.
2:36 is a lot of time, though.
And that one falls short. 2:36. Still a lot of possessions left in this basketball game. 18 fouls on Liberty. 16 fouls on Cheyenne. Both teams will be in the bonus of the rest of the way.
The fouls carry over in overtime?
They do, yep. And that's going to be another travel from Caleb Peterson. Grant Canodal into the basketball game here.
If I'm the 9th grade squad, though, don't let this get away from you.
No.
There's 2 minutes and 25
seconds. Plenty of time left. I mean, realistically, you're probably talking about 5 or 6 possessions.
Yeah. You're going up against a good team, too.
You are. If you think to yourself, if we can score 5 or 6 more points, maybe win this basketball game on the defensive side. I don't think that this game is going to end without a team at 80, so that might be the winning score here. 2 minutes to play. David Kanega with it. He jabs. Good little crossover over to Hofer. And now it's into the hands of Savoy. He slides, but his shot is blocked. And now we have a run out, and good decision there to pull that back.
Good poise by Andrew Swenson.
Oneman with it now.
Big possession.
Irie from the spot that he's been hitting, and he goes.
Nice take.
Around Grant Canodal and off glass. He's having a game and an overtime. He's
doing it all.
He's the difference maker right now. 3-point advantage. Cheyenne does not have to think they have to hit a 3 here. There's a lot of game left, but Kanega wants one, and he hits. Back and forth and back and forth, so we're tied again. 1:15 to go now.
This crowd's into it now.
Yeah, you got a lot of noise up here, people banging on the bleachers. Hand off to Irie. They double him. Olsen down and low into Oneman. They do have the look that they wanted. They had Safoy on Oneman.
Tie game, less than a minute to go.
Somehow that didn't turn out to the possession that they wanted. So Safoy with it now. Cheyenne has 1 timeout left. Liberty has 2. Safoy with it at the top. He's being patient, setting something up. Over to Kanega. Pick and roll, and they're going to continue to work the clock.
I'd say apply a little pressure here if I'm the 8th grade squad.
And he,
good foul.
Fortunate to probably draw the foul there. He kind of dribbled into a couple of Liberty defenders, and I think maybe just some arm angle, or he did a nice job of creating the foul that he needed. Get to that free throw line. He hit a couple of clutch free throws early.
These are bigger. These are bigger free throws right now.
So this is Angu at the line. And that one goes off back iron. So 27.2 seconds to play. Angu's free throw here would give Cheyenne the lead. Keeping in mind, there it is. This is an undefeated squad here and a 1-loss squad here. And the only loss that they had, obviously, was the team that they're playing. So this is a great basketball game. Irie with the basketball over to Olsen. They're going to work it around. Over to Westfall. Olsen again. 11 seconds to play. Irie with it again. Good move to his left, and I think that's going to get Irie to the free throw line. As Angu tried to poke that out with 6.5 to play. Irie has already been clutch once before. Can he hit both
They
free
gave it
throws?
to him for a reason.
This is the 7th team foul on Cheyenne. That means this is going to be a bonus situation. So he hits the first. He's got an opportunity, but he's got to make the first. And he does.
Got it.
And he does. So now we're sitting at a tie basketball game.
Ice in his veins.
Cheyenne does have one timeout left, and I'm not sure if he's going to elect to take that if he makes this free throw. And he does make the free throw, and he will take his timeout here. Some coaches elect to just run that up, and so we'll see. It's a tight one, Jackson. We'll let these guys talk it over. 6.5 to go. Cheyenne's got 1 play left. We'll see if they can pull it out. So we're back to live action here. 6.5 to go. Bryson Hoffert to inbound. Mustangs, Cheyenne has no timeouts.
Full length of the court.
And it's going to be all the way to the rim. He doesn't connect. Oneman with the board, and that's going to be it.
They pull it out.
The Liberty squad able to pull out the victory, 81-80 over the Cheyenne 9B team in what just turned out to be an instant classic, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
An instant classic.
Overtime.
Good look there at the end for Safoy. He got all the way to the rim, was not able to elevate high enough to get that one high enough off the glass the way he wanted. And, at the end of the day, it was just a great basketball game. And who's your player of the game?
Sully Irie.
It's got to be Sully Irie to me,
Gosh.
too. He hits the three going into overtime with with no clock left as it falls through. Makes both free throws, down one with 6.5 to play, clutch. And ultimately that was the difference in this basketball game. So, Jackson, I'm going to let you close it up tonight. You tell me what we just witnessed here.
Well, revenge. That's what I got.
It was a revenge game for sure.
And it just shows, you know, age doesn't matter. You know, you just got to go out there and play with your heart. It doesn't matter.
And at the end of the day, that was an unflappable performance. They didn't look like they were ever rattled.
They were never rattled. They broke that press nicely. I think they were just really prepared coming into this game.
That you could tell they were coached into protecting themselves from turning over that basketball in the press.
Especially late in the game, too.
Tip your hat to Herder squad, too. You know, obviously TJ Ash's group over at the 8th grade wins this basketball game, but Herder squad, they answered with a lot of shots themselves.
Yeah.
Liberty came and they brought a great energy. But
I don't think both teams never got up by 10 or more points.
It was back and forth and
within
back and
single
forth.
Digits.
And when that last horn sounded, Liberty had the win. So with that, hey, I'm Aaron Knodel.
I'm Jackson Miller.
Hey, until next time, appreciate your time here on Mustang Media.
I want to perform so I can teach my friends how to play the guitar.
I want to play this year so we can improve as a team and get some more of these.
I want to learn so I can expand my career opportunities.
I want to represent to enrich the world around me.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.